And in 72 hours, this is how quickly an artificial intelligence can learn. Within 72 hours, one weekend, it became the best diagnostician for the prediction of cancer from mammograms in the world.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and it's just running the math.
So is it learning?
It is. It's looking at the data, looking for patterns in the data, which is all artificial intelligence does. It looks for patterns. And then it identifies the patterns. It gives it an idea of what information that it's going to come from that pattern and how it can manipulate that pattern to give you the information that it needs, that you're asking for from answering questions and things like that. Like this ChatGPT 4 or 5, whatever the number is at this point, it's looking at patterns in language. And they're feeding it a ton of language based on all the interactions, all the web pages, all the books in the world, all the stuff that they're loading into this thing. It's looking at patterns. And then it's identifying ideas that associate with each other, like red and apple, right? Or Republican versus Democrat, liberal versus conservative, that type of stuff. These ideas get associated to each other through our language, which is simply a representation of how our human mind works. Right? But it's just working the patterns. It doesn't understand the concepts of what it's putting together when you ask it a question, but it's done the math on all of the language that has been created, that it's been fed, and you ask it about something, and it's got the map of all the associations, of all the different ideas that tie together and how they tie together and how language has been associated previously. And so in reality, this permutation of artificial intelligence with this ChatGPT doesn't really understand what it's talking about. But it convinces you it does by putting together the patterns and giving you the answer based on your question, based on how language has assembled itself over time and how the human mind works. And then it uses that pattern to assemble the information that makes sense to your human mind, to a point that it's better than what other human minds can give you, because it's, doing it better than what other people have done in the past, because we're flawed, but it's not. And so it's answering questions in a way that convinces you that it knows what it's talking about, but doesn't really know what it's talking about. And see, that enters the danger of an artificial intelligence right there, because it doesn't put the contextualization or the meaning to what it's doing from a pattern recognition and a pattern replication standpoint. Okay?